season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see, the number 21 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the Cowboys line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Waddle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a 1st down. Well done.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
To get things started.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Formation for these receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And how about that start to this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cooks. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Into the hallelujah land. Pistols firing. Touchdown Cowboys. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. formations. From the shotgun, the inside give. Yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's talk about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets enough. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got room to work. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense in a bunch formation. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. He got loose, almost passed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Dumps it to the back. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He might want another play. Tight end now in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Yeah, big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooks. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it through it.
Into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Cowboys trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They'll immediately call timeout and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching, they all believe they could do something very special this season.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He makes the catch. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
There he goes. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's open on the right. And he moves into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. back to pass. It's Russell. Here's the pressure. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Lee. And they swarm him under.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
From the gun, wants to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. This is a designed run. Shakes off the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
From the gun on third down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cox. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Man, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cox. Runs through the tackle. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Absolutely center cut. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Cowboys will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Cowboys! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Bama! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Watkins. At the 35, he's open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A run for the quarterback. He's dragged down in the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's got it on the run. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown time. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Trying to pound it in. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. He'll take it himself. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
All right, defense, you've got to get this guy on the ground. You're doing a good job winning one-on-ones, and we're going to see them blitz, and they're going to be able to mix and match some of these pressures, but you got to finish the play. It's not going to be enough to get him off his launch point. This quarterback can hurt you on the move.
And the Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short.
42 Spider. 42 spot.
Using his feet. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's got his man, makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded to understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
They'll try to run for it. Fighting off the defender. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Big guy smells it. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got a man. It's Holt. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got the 1st down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Lee. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Cox. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. They get to him as he throws. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Going the other way